Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to me grovelling up a hill in Derbyshire as per normal. I'm not grovelling really, I'm just tired. So it's Sunday morning today and it's the end of the training week. And if I'm honest, I was torn about the ride today. I really wanted to get outside, to ride outside, but I was really tired. So it was a bit of like, oh, shan't I? But decided to come out. Now, the club route would have been about 3.5 hours. No, I'm doing probably 2 hours today. I'm an hour and 15 in. I'm actually on the way home, so it's probably going to be about 2 hours actually. I come out for the views. In my mind, I think, well, I train indoors all week, and this is the reward at the end of the week, isn't it? Coming out and actually seeing the outside world, riding a real bike. That's the treat, that's what I train for, so I'm going to make sure that I do it. I'm on week 3 of a bit of a build block. I'm going to have an easier week next week, particularly on the bike. So I just wanted to finish off today with a solid light endurance ride before I absorb all those gains next week. If you are watching this video and you haven't seen yesterday's video, which is when I went to a cyclocross race, please do go back and watch it. If that hasn't got viral video written all over it, I don't know what has. Triathlete, cyclocross, crashes, in capitals, 1 million views surely. So yeah, anyway, that's my last ditch hope at getting a new bike. Just need 1 million views, that's all I need, thanks. Oh, anyway, I'll talk to you when I'm home, so have a look at my training week for this week. Have a look at the good bits and bad bits. See you there. I was gonna say, that's a bit better, isn't it? That's massive walls either side. Maybe I'm just not destined to be able to bring you really picturesque scenery from Derbyshire. Maybe it's all a lie, I'm not actually cycling in Derbyshire. Just riding. Oh, here we go, that's better. Makes pedaling a bike easier, doesn't it? I said it a couple weeks ago. In the spring, you and I, we're going to ride around the Peak District. I'm going to organise some sort of group ride. I say I'm going to organise. I'm going to heavily rely upon Liz, as per normal. Organise some sort of group rides. All abilities catered for. Liz and I leading little groups. Good cafe stop. Let's do it. More details to follow. I don't know what they are. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Ride done and dusted. Before I look at this week's training though, Liz is just going out. Several hours have passed. I've been for a COVID jab. I've had a really short nap because somebody slammed the back door, had lunch, etc. And now I'm just getting ready to work on today's video, etc. Elizabeth?
Yeah?
Where are you going? What are you doing? You have to turn around and engage the viewers.
To the pub.
Yeah?
To discuss the Way of the Roses cycle route with some of the cycling club.
Yeah?
Because it's something that we might be doing, some of the ladies in the cycling club this summer.
Coast to coast?
So we are going to have a meeting about it in the pub.
Yeah, and I'm really not happy about this. I go to the pub to talk to my cycling buddies about silly adventures. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it being you.
Well, I don't know much about it, so I don't really know what I'm signing myself up for.
But you're keen?
I'll find out more in a bit.
Good, okay. Well,
anyway, I have actually got to go. So.
Okay, you're late, aren't you, already?
A bit late, yeah.
For a change. See you later, have a good time.
See ya.
I promise the training week review is coming. Because Liz was out, I had to cook tea, so of course I burnt my thumb on the oven. Elizabeth, how was your... Pardon?
That's a bit dramatic.
It's hurting, it's just an ice pack.
You should do more cooking then perhaps you won't need to burn yourself.
Yeah, alright, give me a stick and this camera will get closer and closer to you. What? How was your pub planning session?
Yeah, it was really good. We've decided on dates. We know which, we're doing it over 3 days, so we know which parts we're doing on each day. Yeah. We've just got to put all the logistics together now and get it all booked and sorted. So
it's the Way of the Roses over 3 days, coast to coast, roughly 40-50 miles a day.
No, 40 something the first day, and then the second and third day are 60 something each. It's 170 miles in total, is it? Or
yeah, so a bit further than just straight coast to coast.
Yeah.
Wicked. What Liz means is she wants a lift up north and then a lift back from up north a few days later. Is that right?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anyway, let's have a look at my... You're going to vlog the whole thing as well?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's go and look at the training week. Anyway, enough about Liz planning cycling trips. God. Let's look at this week's training. Now, please understand, this is dead easy for me to do when I have a good training week. So I don't want to be here like, no, look at my amazing training week. I'm aware that other people will perhaps not have had great weeks. And often I'm in that situation as well. So I'm going to, committed to sharing this every week. It just so happens that this week is a good week. So please don't take it like I'm going, no. But this has been a good week. So let me have a quick look into it. As per normal, I do a daily video, so I'm not going to go into the daily sessions. But in summary, 14 hours of training, which is similar to what I did last week, half an hour more. Training stress score of 845. Those numbers, that I feel is me pretty much topping out whilst I'm working full time, whilst I'm maintaining some sort of life. That's about as the most I can do. When it is summer, sessions like the Monday night easy 1 hour spin, that might be a 2 hour spin if I can go out on the road. Similarly, the Friday night ride might be an hour and a half, an hour and 40 rather than an hour. Other than that, and the Sunday ride might be a bit longer, but other than that, that's pretty much the most I can get to. And I think as well as I'm restrained by life because of that, I think actually my fitness would restrain that as well. I don't think I could do a huge amount more than that and be productive. But anyway, let's break it down a little bit more. Swim duration, half an hour, one swim. It is what it is. That's what I'm setting out to do for the next few weeks. So I'm not going to be disappointed with that. That is the swimming I'm committing to. Bike duration, 9 hours and 20 minutes. I'm really happy with this week on the bike. I'm going to talk a bit more in another video about my goals for this year, but I really have been reflecting a lot. I spent a lot of time focusing on, or trying to focus on swim and run to make myself a better triathlete, and I always find myself coming back to just doing more riding. Long story short, I think that's what I'm going to just accept, but we'll see. So yeah, 9 hours on the bike. Running wise, now running has been a focus of mine for the last 3 months or so, ever since Matt started coaching me. Before that, I was sporadic, on and off. 1 week I'd do 20, 25 miles, the next week I'd do 5. Like, it was just up and down, it wasn't consistent. For the last, I think, about 10 or 12 weeks or so, I've been super consistent, and that's not just down to me. That's down to Matt holding me accountable, setting me correct sessions, not giving me loads of running to do one day and then leaving me tired for 2 or 3 days. It's really been more structured, and I haven't been doing any like hero sessions or hero weeks. They've all been between 3.5 and 4.5 hours, with the aim that the most weeks are going to be 4 hours of running. So this week's 4 hours and 14 minutes of running, and within that, let's go through the running. So Monday, I had a small tempo block, or 10-minute tempo block. Tuesday was just an easy run. Wednesday was a rest day from running. Thursday was an easy run. Friday was running intervals, and Saturday was a long run with a little bit of like low tempo in the middle. So there's not really a huge amount of volume or a huge amount of intensity in there, but it's just consistent running. 5 runs in a week, that's going to get me fit. As long as I keep doing that. I always think running's a bit of a ticking time bomb. Like, it's just, oh, do I get injured this session, or is it the next one? So just getting confident to be able to run 4 or 5 times a week and not worry about injury is a real big thing for me. Obviously, the cyclocross race was what it was. In honesty, I struggled a bit today because of that. I'm not going to do that every week, but in the summer, when I'm a bit fitter, I'll be able to do those sorts of things. Maybe it's a crit instead, and it won't hurt me as much, but there was more running than there should have been, I think, for me at the cross race. And, of course, I ran in the morning. So, yeah, on the whole, I think that's a great week. And also, what I'm most happy about isn't really training. It's just activity. It's these walks in the morning. I did a walk every single morning, Monday to Friday. That's a habit I'm going to really try and stick to. I'm going to go on about it, but my weight's across the top. Obviously, it's up and down day to day, but my 7-day tracking average is lower than it has been. If we flip back to like last week, it's been like, 211, 212, and 213, 214 beginning of the year. So it is slowly chipping away, coming off, and that is great because I need to fit in my summer kit when it comes around. So there we go. That is this week's training in numbers. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a great week of training as well. Feel free to let me know down below. I could say something like events are coming up. Depends what you've entered, doesn't it? I haven't got any triathlons for a little while now, but other events are coming up. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Let's keep working, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM.